Hey, what's up guys? We're just doing a quick unboxing of the MakerFire 65 Pro. Just came in from Amazon. I already opened the boxes up. MakerFire Armor65 Pro. Man, this thing looks awesome. I'm just super excited to try it out. Look at this. It's got your XT60 and USB port for charging. Little compartment up top here. Little compartment up top here for all your, looks like some extra canopies. Some extra props. Prop removal tool. Your Frsky XM instruction manual, and then your manual for the Armor65 on here and Armor85 Plus. So we've got some good instructions on there. Alright, looks like they have the flight test and packaging all quality control check, so that's good. Let's see how it all turns out. And then inside, this kit comes with, awesome, the Armor65 Pro. You got 6-channel charging in here. Looks like it's held in by a rubber band there, that's great. And then it comes with 3 260 milliamp hour HV1 cells. Then what's this? This is just a little battery checker. Let's go ahead and pull one of these out. See how the batteries come charged. There you go. So that's reading 4.1 volts. So almost charged, but we'll give them a full charge before we do a test flight here. That's pretty neat though. Very cool. Alright, so I got a USB here. Let's see. Charging LED may blink when battery not connected. That's normal. Okay. Here's a little instruction manual on the back of the box. Very convenient for the charger. Tells you kind of some instructions for the charger. I doubt you'll be able to read it, but I'll put it up here. So it says if you're using USB, it's 4, 5, and 6 way, and then if you're powering with the XT60, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 way. So just channels 4, 5, 6 if you're using USB, like I'm planning on doing right now. But I'll try out the XT60 later probably. Alright. So no lights or anything, so that's alright. So let's look here. So it said 4, 5, and 6 way. And while we get these batteries charging, we'll maybe plug it into Betaflight and check out the version that's on it and everything. So we got 4, 5, and 6 over here. So we're just going to plug in our 3 batteries right up top here. So those are all 3 charging down in there, and the charger instructions on the back say, make sure it doesn't all fall apart. So it says LED on, charging, LED off, charging finished. Alright, and it's got the 4.35, so the high volt, the HV1 cells are what it comes standard set up for. So I'll read the instructions if you're using a non-HV1 cells. I'm assuming it says to do something else. Let's see. Oh, so there looks like there's a little switch. The instructions say there's a little switch on the manual, or on the charger, that'll allow you to switch between high volt or normal 1-cell charging. Where that switch is, I'm not exactly sure yet. Let's see. Well, I don't see it, so I'll have to pull it apart later, but I plan on using HV batteries anyway, so we'll just be doing that. So let's take a quick look at the quadcopter and call this unboxing done before we do a little video on binding, any setup and beta flight we might need to do, and then we'll take our first flights. So right off the bat, this thing looks super clean build, very nice. You can see we got our XM receiver tucked in back here, which is very nice. I've actually used the XM and XM Plus receivers on some 5-inch builds, so this thing will have awesome range. I'm sure the video will go out before your RC control, which is a good thing. Alright, I mean, besides that, it looks really clean. I'll take off the canopy. Let's take it off real quick. Alright, we're going to do a quick binding instruction here. It's got the XM receiver stuck down under here, right? It'll be right above the battery. You can just barely see the bind button, so you should be able to do it without taking anything apart. You can actually feel an audible click when you are actually pressing it, so make sure you're feeling that click down. Okay? So the instructions are included in the box as well as on the Amazon listing, but I already know how to do it, so we're just going to do it. I got my Armor65 model set up in my Tyrannus QX7. Let's see, you just gotta get to a position where you can hold that button down. There you go. You should see. Oh, I think I let. Oh, there we go. Don't know if I did it actually. I think I let go of the button, but I think I did it already. Flashing red. Oh. Alright, out of bind mode. Let's see if I got it done. Yep, so it did work. I kind of messed it up because I let go of the button. But you hold the button down, plug in the battery, wait till I think it was flashing red and the green light is on. All that's in the instructions. But then you gotta unplug the battery, turn off bind mode, and then you plug it back in. If you get the green light, it worked. Alrighty, so we're bound up. Now I gotta go check with Betaflight, make sure it's all set up in there. Then we'll be ready for a test flight.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna open up Betaflight. Alright, we got Betaflight all open, plugged into the USB on the bottom. Let's connect it up and see what we get. Very fast connection. Hopefully you guys can see this sort of. I don't have the screen recording stuff. But looks like we're running 3.2.2 SP Racing F3. So that's pretty good. I'm not going to calibrate the accelerometer right now because it's all, I don't know. If I have any issues, I'll do that later. But since the USB port comes out the bottom, it's kind of hard to calibrate the accelerometer. But that shouldn't be a problem. So we got UART2 as our serial RX, so that should be our RX set up already. Looks like it's all set up, good to go. I don't think we need our barometer on. I don't think it has that. Maybe it does. I'll turn it back on later, test it out. Accelerometer, good. We're at about 30% right now. Let's turn on hot start. Armor65. That's just how I name all mine. It'll be too long. Arm65. Alright, we got our S-bus set up. I'm actually gonna bump this down to 2 kilohertz PID loops, 4 kilohertz gyro, and turn on dynamic filter. Alrighty. I don't think we need our telemetry on because we just have our XM receiver, so that doesn't have actual telemetry, just RSSI. Alright. So, with gyro 4, 2 kilohertz for the PID, accelerometer on, dynamic filter, we're sitting at 22, 23% CPU, so should be good even with the F3 here. We already set up for brushed, so should be good to go. Power and battery, don't need to worry about all that stuff. I guess we got our default PIDs. This is my first whoop, so I don't know if you're supposed to change PIDs or anything, but I'm going to assume that you don't. Hopefully we can just go for it. Alright. I know I need to change my channel mapping, because that's what I always need to do. Let's see. Which is nice, it looks like the receiver is powered when you're plugged into USB, so we'll be able to turn on my X7 here. Now we'll be able to test. Looks like we got roll, pitch, yaw, throttle. This is my aux1, that's my flight mode switch normally. Arm switch, pre-arm, good to go. Here's an extra and another extra, so good to go. Let's see if we're getting any RSSI. Doesn't look like we're getting RSSI. So I know this XM receiver can do RSSI, so maybe I'll have to flash the receiver or something like that. We'll see. I don't know, I'll look into that later. I just want to get a test flight going here. Alrighty. I usually go RC interpolation manual, 18 milliseconds. That usually works well for me. Modes, that's all we gotta set up. So we got our, need to set up, not yet, but almost. aux4, so we want that to be ARM. That's good. Save that so it's in angle mode. We'll go angle mode all the way forward. We'll go horizon mode in the middle. And should be good. Black box, air mode. I don't know if you do air mode with these whoops. I'll leave it off for now. I say whoops, but that's just like the general term. This is all MakerFire Armor65 Pro, so it's not technically a whoop. Set my pre-arm switch. We want it to be up here. There we go. So now that's pre-arm, and got my arm switch set up, so we should be good to go. Alright.
Go now.
Motors, black box. There's no data flash tip, so we're just going to turn logging off. Alright. Let's go ahead and see if we can get it to go. We'll see you for a test flight.